Boox does seem to dominate the listing, yeah, and that is an objective kind of thought. If you read in the comments of any of my videos, it also seems to be the case. Most people are thinking, if you watch other people's reviews, most people, they're dominating e-ink right now. I've had to call these a series because honestly, it could have been, if I had separated them all out, it could have been all 10, maybe not all 10, but it could have been the top 5 certainly. Yeah, colour is probably more stimulating for learning, but I think for students, you don't need something so expensive. So there we go, and this is the F3 here on the right hand side. Had a great time with it earlier doing the first drawing on it. It's really, really good. It is a little bit cheaper. It's sort of, what is it, £100 cheaper than the Note Air 3 colour. And well, let's just go through a few little tests out. You can see straight away, if I go ahead and turn the lights right off, it is off there on this one. And I've got quite a lot of light on this desk here at the minute, because, you know, that's what I do, I make videos. And you can see how much lighter this is. But what this doesn't have, the Note Air 3 does not have the Boox Super Refresh technology. See, the ghosting is not being cleared there. You can maybe just see that. If I go to any other place here, do the same swipe, and it removes the ghosting immediately. The ghost of that image is still there. They're both in a similar kind of e-ink mode, balanced here and normal on here. So the speed mode would be the faster one there, but it still doesn't do that clearing out. I can still see the ghosted effects, not really showing so well on the video. Still see the ghosted menu that I had there, whereas that menu is gone here on the Note 3C. Let's just try and balance them out. This does mean that you are losing a lot of battery life to use your front lights quite high a lot of the time, but you see even there, what do I have to get to match the brightness? Like at least 2/3, maybe even, yeah, full is brighter, but full really does limit your battery life. There's very similar internals, the same processor, the same RAM, all of those things. There is just a different screen, but this is 227 ppi screen. This is a 300 ppi screen. You can maybe see there's a bit more pixelation there for the 227 ppi screen. You look here, the 300 ppi screen, there's less. Although the color, remember the color here is only 150 ppi, so it's better for like large areas of colors really. So what would you like to compare? Writing, feel, sound, but it's the same. It's the color one. It's the same screen. Possibly that sounds a little bit less sharp than this, but that's because this is just out of the box. Boox do allow you to have that combination. You can see that here. I've actually got the same notebook open, but it will sync when I go out and save it. The battery life, well, that's what we're hopeful for. So I have been using it most of the day to film things. I've had to charge this up in that time. This started about 70 today. It went down to about 30 earlier on from being used for filming things earlier on today. This Note Air 3 is still up at 83, so it's lost less than 10% in the day that I've been using it today. And I've done a lot of installing and things like that, which normally takes quite a lot out. You can see why that is. Well, it's because it doesn't have the BSR. It's because I'm not having to run the front light here. It's great. Yeah, good point, Nome. Yeah, so absolutely. Possibly the big Tab X would be your desk-bound one. Yeah, and absolutely, if ghosting annoys you, you just press the refresh button. It's right there all the time. Or you can have one of the gestures be a refresh. Latency, absolutely. So let's just, it's hard to see on this video, but latency is definitely higher on the non-BSR one. Okay, that's the type of thing you're going to wait for a video where somebody has slowed down the things or something like that. There is definitely the case. This feels fine. It is quick. It might even be quicker than the previous generation of Note Air 2, but this is probably the fastest you can get right now. Neither of them is it going to put you off writing with them at all. The problem is with the Note Air 3C is what I'm spending time actually thinking about the battery. And it is like what I'm doing, I'm having to check it, you know, in the morning. I'm thinking, oh, do I need to plug it in at any point today? Okay, I've got half an hour at the computer. I've got a cable in my bag. I can just quickly plug it into the computer, you know, that type of thing. So you're just managing the battery kind of constantly, which isn't great.